Come on in, take a sip, and let's wind down. And for me, that's going to be wine with an H, as in whining. And I'm still an hour away from where we're staying tonight at my son's here in North Texas. And right now we are on Euland Street in Fort Worth, making our way south to Cleburne. And the road's a little wavy and bumpy and jumpy. And I just handed the keys to Shotzi and said, "Come on, would you please drive?" And she goes, "Of course." And I said, "Thank you. I'm going to have to sit over here in the passenger seat and try to knock out a grid because I'm dedicated to this type of thing. So let's go ahead and hop into it. I'm just so glad you're here." And she wanted to remind me to remind you that these videos aren't going to suck forever. Probably going to shoot another one tomorrow on I-35 heading down to my mother's for an overnight stay. And then we'll probably shoot Sundays on the way back up north to Austin so I can get on a plane and head to London Heathrow. And I think I'll probably be coming in on 26R, maybe 26L. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm usually watching those flights. I can't wait to actually see what it is. And so in the meantime, we've got ourselves a Friday grid. Let's go ahead and pull that up. And it looks like we have an Adrian Johnson construction edited by Will Shorts. And I'm limited in no editing capabilities. This is why you're getting him raw like this, and I am apologizing for that impressively. But as it is, let's jump into our grid and see what we got. So many job fair attendees, and got an abbreviation, and it seems like a lot of these days have been SDS, which I guess are students, and SRS, which are seniors. We can try it. The worst thing that can happen is I'd have to go back and erase it. So insensitive to human feeling with an S, that's a little weird. I guess it could be stony. Let's see. Draws from, if it was a T for stony, could be maybe taps. I mean, by definition, right? You're drawing maple from a tree. You're using a tap. I mean, that's what it is, or beer from a keg. So I'm going to go ahead and put in stony here. I don't think I've ever used that word actually myself. That's a different one. God for whom Wednesday is named, and that would be Odin, but I always say it would sound much better in French, Odin, wouldn't it? Airplay, question mark. So I've got this RAD, I'm going to put in a radio, and we'll figure out what's going on with the play. Went out for a bit, maybe dozed, and so let's go ahead and go with a radio drama. I just dropped a 4 in there. It's not Shotzi's driving. It's the state of the roads in Texas, I promise you. Let's go radio drama, but that I need to check immediately. Like a basketball court's 3-point line, and that could be arced. I feel relatively confident with that. Do the A down if we can. Palestinian, yes, would be an Arab. Okay, so let's get back up here and try to stay in some order because Shotzi's driving right next to me, and she's driving, and she hates it when I get out of order. So, number of countries whose names start and both start with and end with an A, and I guess we've got an NI and 2 more blanks. I'm going to go with 9. I don't know that, but I'm assuming this amounts about right. Public relations pro informally. Well, I should know something about this. I used to be a spin doctor. It's an interesting living, I can tell you that. Tells on without could be rats. No one likes a rat. And some causes for blessings. Oh, yes. Achoo. Ominous dominus. Okay, there we go. Got it. And an alpine crooner. That's clever. I think we've got ourselves a yodeler. I cannot talk today for some reason. I am very out of my element vocally. Tried a bit of, maybe tasted. And again, I don't know. Do test this. Truth is, maybe to be honest. And let's see, The Most Engaging Cowardice by Robert Frost, and that would be humor. Love that line. Often forget it when I want to throw it around. Not much hair cream. Sounds like Brill cream. Do you remember the Brill cream tagline, my love?
I do not.
Brill cream, a little dab will do you. So I'm going to go with the dab. I don't even remember the Brill cream thing. I think it was over in the 50s, but capsules that can track health info, no idea. I don't think I've ever heard of these. I'm going to go, we got an SMA, so I'm going to go with smart something. It goes bald over time. Can't fit Christopher in there, so I'm going to go ahead and put a tire. We're done, folks. That could be a couple things. Let's see. Deal with it. One with sound judgment. Very nice. How about an audiophile? I think most humans are audiophiles just by nature. Not to the extent that we would call someone an audiophile for just liking the radio in the background, but still. I think deal with it with an exclamation mark could be so there. I might have been told something like that by this one over here once or twice in my life. Ich bin ein Berliner. We just popped in to see Trin at she's working at McDonald's, and her friend walked up to me and asked me if I spoke German. And I said, yes, I do. And she says, oh, my last name is Kramer. Kramer. And I said, oh, so you used to have umlaut over the A. Got it. Cool. It's amazing the influence the Germans have had all over the world. Let's see. Select could be to a point. By the way, we are now on Interstate 20 heading east towards Dallas and about to get on I-35 south, I imagine. Or we'll take one of the back roads. That's always possible too. I just want you to know, hey, this is where you're actually at right now, where you're solving this grid with me, right? This is where you're at, just so you know. I mean, there's Texas in the wintertime. Stable call could be a Winnie. Might as well have some fun with this. Animal resting place, maybe a barnyard. For sure we'd have a pet cemetery out of that, but no, it ain't going to work. Let's see, rankle with up, maybe rile. So I guess these would be smart pills. I didn't know we had such a thing as a smart pill. That's cool. I need to kind of check into that. Seeing as how I'm a healthcare administrator, I might want to know something about them. Tell-alls could be exposés, and we're done, folks. That's a wrap, and that makes this a pest, which is a persistent interrupter. Nice. Time for action. I'm assuming this is to be D-Day, and that is just becoming very common in the grid these days. It's a D-Day thing. I'm not sure how or why or where that came from, but it is what it is. Scolding word, blank, blank, D. If the D-Day is right, I'm going to go with bad, bad. Big acronym. And purifying filters. And I think those are HEPA filters? I don't know. Wars of words, no idea. Permit to pass, maybe let by. So maybe a rap battle or wars of words, maybe rap battles. I need to write a rap so I can take part in one of those. Need to pin one. You lost, pay up. How about a bet is a bet? And let's see. Feature of many hospital roofs, and I guess we have a helipad. Makes sense in almost every way possible. Wanders around a terminal for short, question mark. We got a T and an S. I'm going to go with the TSA, and I like that, wanders. That's great. That's clever, clever stuff. I'm loving it. That's good stuff. Princess twin of He-Man, and I think that's She-Ra. I don't think I ever saw any of her cartoons. I mean, I just think I know that from the crossword. I didn't even know he had a twin sister, to be honest with you. And I never watched it when I was a kid. I was like 10 years old when it came out. I mean, I probably would have, but I just went into that kind of thing. I don't know. I like Leave It to Beaver and, I don't know, Andy Griffith's show. I don't know. Whatever. Just like the news. I really liked the news as a kid. That was weird. Way could be a path. So I guess qualified is able. And I like this right here. A buck or two is deer. That's good. 1940s Chinese revolutionaries. These would be Maoists. And I still am looking for a Mao jacket and a Nehru jacket. I don't know what it is, but I love those two different jackets. I want them. Maybe one in dark blue and one in black would be nice. Passionate, domineering sort, it said. Let's see if I could show you one of those. That's a Leo right there. Yes, it is. Absolutely passionate and domineering sort. There's no question about that. Cruise. No, you're not a real Leo, no. But you are passionate and can be very dominant. That's true. Let's see. But then I'd go apply it and everything. Yeah, everybody, I don't know, whatever. Cruz known as the queen of salsa, and I think that's Celia. What's stopping us? Can't we? I don't know. Herman blank, champion skier known as the Herminator, and I think that's Meyer, but I can't remember how to spell it. So we'll save that one. What do we got going across here? He's taken with an exclamation mark. Woman's name that becomes another woman's name if you interchange its second and fourth letters. Oh, come on. Now we're going to have something that I can go on here. One might be full of tears. 4 letters, I'm going with a duct. Does this help us in any way whatsoever? He's taken. No, it does not. Seems fishy to me. We've got a U right here. I can put a by it. And then maybe an I don't. This is just really casting, wishing and hoping. But it seems like it would work, and anything to get us going on something. CAT scan. No idea of what a CAT scan is. Okay. Actor divine of Pitch Perfect, and I do believe that's Adam. Finally, and it lines up with the D of don't. I'm feeling better a little bit. Easy win could be a route. And okay, so he's taken still nothing. CAT scan, not a thing. Focus group. No. Listless look. Well, that I think is an empty stare. So now I'm questioning route. So we'll go back and get rid of that. Go back here and put in an empty stare. And see what we can make, either heads or tails, that is, of this he's taken business. And CAT scan, I guess, could be mice. All right, so, and instead of a route, this might be a romp. An easy win could be a romp. Actually, that's a better definition than a route anyway, but a route is usually the way you'd report a game that's rather lopsided, you know? So that in and of itself, by definition, would be an easy win, I think. Just defending my bruised ego. So I think he's taken might be a married man. I had a feeling, but it wasn't like one of these, right? You know, what's stopping us? Can't we? And I think it's Meyer. I mean, I really do. So I guess that's how we're going to spell it. And I guess this woman's name could be Myra versus Mary, and I like that. Okay, so Myra. I like that name too, by the way. So a focus group could be a camera crew. Deep red could be garnet, one of Shotzi's favorite colors. Not really. She might like it. I don't actually even know that. I just wanted to say it, just to say it. See if I get a rise out of her, and it didn't work, right? You know, I mean, she didn't even get mad. I don't even like the, you know, it didn't happen at all. She wasn't being passionate about the deep red garnet or domineering, so it's okay. Emmy-winning actress, and if you get seasick watching a grid, if we're solving this grid together, and if you get seasick in the process, Dramamine, or maybe have some more wine. You get to wind down. I'm not whining with anything right now. Emmy-winning actress Edabiri of The Bear, and that's Ayo, and I love her name like you would not believe. I still have not seen The Bear. I don't know where it streams on. If it streams on Hulu or something, I guess I'm going to have to activate that on my Disney subscription. I'm going to have to see The Bear. I've heard so much about it, and I love the cast. So, request following some failed attempts. Maybe may I try? Pools and darts often could be bar games. And tiny shapeshifters could be amoebas. And I'm sure I have fat-fingered something, just not being able to hit the keys right. Hinduism's king of fruits, and that would be the mango. I was reading not too long ago about the mango and how we've got documentation going back like some 7,000 years in the Hindu space, right? You know, the mango being like this big prize fruit, and I can see why it's delicious. Bougainvillea, for one, would be a vine. For those of us who like to wind down, we might be somewhat familiar with that. Useful acquaintances could be ins, and it's followed by an extra point. So also, And a short distance driver, what do you think? A valet? And how do we do Bob? I don't know about for y'all, but it's very loud in my ears. So a very clever grid. I didn't see anything in here that was really inelegant at all. I thought this was a fantastic grid. Very well done. Loved it all the way around. Shotzi does have a thing of water here. So cheers. And that was my toast to all of you. Again, no whistles and bells. We have none of the good stuff that we're used to seeing in the studio. I mean, we're riding in a Buick Enclave right now on our way south to Cleburne, Texas. So be back in Germany on Monday evening. So at the latest, you'll see us back in Bavaria on Tuesday at our regularly scheduled program time. In the meantime, take care of your friends, take care of yourselves, of course, your friends, family, your neighbors, all that stuff. But really, really be kind to the person behind you in the queue. We'll talk to you soon. Be well out there. Cheers.